IOTA. IOTA has some ridiculous partnerships, one of which is the EU. I want to talk about basically why I think IOTA is probably going to have some gains. I just don't think new all-time high is coming for IOTA unless one particular thing happens. And again, I'll talk about that in this video. If this one particular thing does happen, though, this could be ridiculous. So before I get into any of that, guys, if you're new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. Now, in the videos, I showed everyone that I was buying up all of these coins because I did expect them to rocket up in price. And you can see what the prices of all these coins were when I recorded my videos. And the highs that these coins hit a little less than a year and a half on. It was more like 16, 17 months on. So if you'd have bought them, say thrown in $100 into every single one, and then literally just sat on them for a year, year and a half, and then sold them, the profit you would have made from a $2,600 investment just in less than a year and a half would have been over 123 grand, which is pretty damn good. Now, I sold all of these during the 2021 bull cycle. The market has crashed. Since the market crashed, I have been buying up new cryptos. I continue to do that on a regular basis. These are coins that I think can do 40x's, 50x's, 100x gains. Life-changing kind of money. And I share the coins that I'm getting in on my website, which is copymycrypto.com. So anytime I find a coin that I think can do those gains, I jump onto the site, I'll tell the members what the coin is, what kinds of profits I think it can have, and what percentage of my money I'm putting in, and they can copy along. This removes literally thousands of hours of work for the members. They don't have to read white papers. They don't have to learn about the market. They don't have to learn about market cycles. They don't have to learn about chart patterns or new technologies or emerging trends. All that time is saved. They make the same profits I do, but do no work. And those thousands of hours that are saved can be better spent on the things that they love. Now, if that sounds good to you, just go to copymycrypto.com now. There's a link in the description. On the site, you'll see everything I've said in the past and what happened, what the members have earned since being there. It's all public record. So read through it, watch the videos, verify it all, and if you like what you see, guys, you should join. So IOTA. Now, IOTA is a very interesting one because obviously it's been through two full-blown bull cycles now. Hit really impressive heights in the first bull cycle that it experienced, where it went over $5. I think the actual price was $5.69. In the most recent bull cycle, I think it only hit about $3, give or take. Now, this is backed by DWF. IOTA is a medium of exchange. It's about Internet of Things. It's about sharing devices as well. There is some really interesting stuff with IOTA. It's a DAG network. But the biggest thing with IOTA is some heavy-duty partnerships. Now, IOTA want to be the de facto platform for executing transactions between IoT devices. Now, given that the growth of IoT devices is going to be staggering over the next 5 to 10 years, if IOTA did become the de facto platform, they would be processing millions and millions and millions and millions of transactions every single day. They would be fueling billions of Internet of Things devices. Very, very aspirational. Now, IOTA is a distributed ledger, but its difference is it's not actually a blockchain. They use technology that they've got patented called Tangle, which is a system of nodes that confirms transactions. The foundation behind the platform says this offers far greater speeds than your conventional blockchains and an ideal footprint for the ever-expanding Internet of Things ecosystem. Excuse me. Now, the founders are Sergey Ivancheglo, I want to say Sergey again, Popov, David Sonstabo, and Dominic Shiner. Shiner? I'm sorry, I will butcher names, I always do. I try my best. So, the IOTA Foundation, it has now got team members across 25 countries. Sonstabo and Shiner are collectively co-chairmen of the board of directors. Popov is a board member and the foundation's director of research. Ivancheglo resigned from the project in 2019 but continues as an unofficial advisor. He said in a statement, "I no longer believe that the IOTA Foundation is the best setting for me to realise what we set out to create back in 2014, 2015. I've always done my best work in a less rigid environment. I'm looking forward to continuing the work on both hardware and software development of IOTA independently." And that just sounds to me like a guy that didn't want a real corporate structure, and it sounds like they've gone quite corporate in their structure. To me, that's no big deal. Now, what's particularly interesting about IOTA is, first of all, they are partnered with the European Commission, partnered with the EU for their EU blockchain pre-commercial procurement. So IOTA was selected for the next phase of this. So the European Commission has selected IOTA Foundation for the next phase of the European blockchain pre-commercial procurement. The aim of the PCP is to test if novel blockchain technologies can be developed and tested that could potentially be used in the future to improve the network capabilities and use cases of the European blockchain services infrastructure. So the EBSI will enable verified information to flow between institutions, enterprises and individuals throughout the European Economic Area. Now, partnering with the ESBI is a very, very, very strong statement. A large part to do with the fact that, look, anyone that wants to run a CBDC, which IOTA can, because they are ISO 20022 compliant, you have to be compliant with the new global standards. Everyone has about a year still. I think it's a year and a half. I think it has to be done for every entity by the end of 2024. But IOTA are already compliant with the global standards for messaging and the movement of funds. So in theory, IOTA could run a CBDC, and having IOTA partnered with the EU means in theory IOTA could run the CBDC for the euro, which obviously is in the majority of countries within Europe. You know, you've got France, Germany, etc., etc., etc. All have the euro. So in theory, because there's only 9 cryptos in the world that are currently ISO 20022 compliant, none have a partnership with the EU like IOTA do. The others are XRP, Stellar, Quant, Cardano, Verge, XDC. I'm forgetting some. Yeah, I'm forgetting like 3. But IOTA, like I said, are have the partnership with the EU. And that's obviously a really good, strong sign. They're pushing with this sort of digital twin concept, which turns any product, pallet, container, or consignment into a digital twin. It allows you to track data. It allows you to track the supply chain in a perfect manner. That is something that IOTA offer as a seriously good solution. Effectively a fix on the supply chain issues. So as I said, global supply chain, global trade and supply chains, they can in theory deal with. Obviously, they've got the digital identity fix as well, which works for you as an individual, as well as utilizing a digital identity to digital twin in theory to track anything. Very, very clever idea. Now there's a few cryptos that are currently doing that, but IOTA, one of the oldest cryptos at this point, so in a really good position in that regard. Their projects, they've got Lighthouse in particular, is quite interesting. So IOTA Lighthouse projects. So this is their overview of Lighthouse projects that show how IOTA's features are utilized by a selection of current market adoption cases. So these are all the Lighthouse projects. So you've got obviously the EBSI, you've got digital measurement, reporting and verification. All of these are different approaches to issues within the world that they are trying to manage. Interestingly, they have started trying to approach smart cities. Now, smart cities are a terrible, terrible concept. However, they're going to be money. Any one that provides the infrastructure for a smart city, that's going to end up being worth a lot, because think about the sheer volume of transactions that would have to go through. It would have to be an incredible blockchain. The cost, or not necessarily blockchain, DLT, DAG network, but the amount of transactions that would have to go through, you would have the cost of doing those, obviously minimal utilizing this kind of technology. However, just the sheer requirements to hold the coin would skyrocket the coin. It's one of the reasons I really liked Phantom back in the day, is because Phantom had already partnered with the Dubai government, ran their traffic light system, and we knew Dubai was going to be one of the first smart cities, or attempts to be. Like I said, smart cities, if you are invested in the underlying infrastructure of a smart city, you're going to make money. And IOTA is trying to do that now, along with mobility and trade, like I say, global trade. Interestingly, they're trying streams as well. So we've got Digit. So this is to collect data from the mining industry. You've got digital measurement, reporting and verification. That's for working with the Chilean government. Yeah. I mean, one thing you've got to say with IOTA, they have really partnered with, they've really tried to partner with governments across the board. That really gives them a strong footing in terms of that potential CBDC discussion. Now, I know they've not made the headway with CBDCs in the same way cryptos like, XRP have, or Stellar, but they are well positioned, and they've got the partnerships required to push forward. So IOTA is a really interesting one. The problem is long-term downtrend. That is there. It pumped to $5 in its, or $5.69 or whatever in its first bull cycle. Last bull cycle it only hit about 3. I think we're probably not going to see it necessarily hit 3 in the next bull cycle. I think probably we're going to be looking at around $2. That long-term downtrend is there, unless a CBDC is landed. If they land a CBDC with Europe, of course this is going to go crazy. If they land a CBDC with Europe, in theory this could hit something like $30, $40, $50. Like it would go absolutely wild. But I think we're just too far away from a CBDC right now. But by the way, I don't think we're that far. We might only be 2 years, 3 years away. But they're coming. By the way, if you've never looked into a CBDC, have a look, because they're a terrible goddamn idea. It's going to cause subjugation for all the people. It's a terrible concept. No one should be happy about that. But IOTA, look, the long-term downtrend's very, very difficult to overcome. So I'd be looking at this to be only about $2. Now that is still about 12x from where it is, which is not bad. And it's a very safe investment, because it's been around so damn long as well. One of the safer investments within crypto, one of the safer investments within the top 100, because it's been around for this, the next bull cycle will be its third one. So I think it's still $2. Wouldn't shock me if it hit 3. If it probably, it could probably test in theory the high that it hit in 2021. Just probably won't hurdle that because of the downtrend. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And guys, if you just want to take the work out of your crypto investing, if you want to make the same profits I do, except do no work, that is what copymycrypto.com is. It's where I dive into the markets every day. I find coins that are going to do 40x gains, 50x gains, 60, 100, and I get in on them. When I do, I share them with the members. I'll tell them what the coin is, what profits I think it can have, what percentage of my money I'm putting in. They don't have to, start reading white papers. They don't have to learn about new tech. They don't have to learn about the trends that are in the crypto space. They can literally just make the same profits I do, save themselves thousands of hours of work, and chill the hell out. If that sounds good to you, just go to copymycrypto.com and read through the site. See what I've said in the past. I called Phantom the best investment of 2020 because I could see that it was going to 100x or more, and that was when no one was talking about it. I tried to get people out of a DeFi protocol that ended up losing $500 million. Hopefully people listened to me. I know a few did. All of it's public record, so verify it all yourselves. And if you like what you see, guys, you should join. And I'll see you there. And that's it from me. Take care. Bye-bye.